Good morning. Or should I say, hey, y'all. How's your mama and them? Happy Mother's Day. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, this is my church. This is my church. I'm here, and I'm going to try to talk about it a little bit. Yesterday was really hard. Wasn't even Mother's Day yet. But when you know it's coming, when you know a special day is coming and you know that special someone is supposed to be there and they're not, it's really hard. That's why my eyes look like they do. May is really hard for me anyway. If you're new here or you don't know kind of my story, I'm sorry, I'm trying to balance my coffee on my legs. I lost an adult child several years ago. I have one child living among us. My husband has 3 children from a previous marriage. And I mean, that's the gist. You know, we had a good blended family. And then I lost my baby. He was the baby. 27. Forever 27. Damn. I did bring Kleenex. Because I figured I'd get weepy. He was a good kid. I mean, he made mistakes like we all do, you know. I mean, we were all young and stupid at one time, right? But he tried to be a good human. I'm wearing his shirt today with my Bama hoodie roll tight because he was a Georgia fan, so it's all about balance with us. Ooh, humidity. Okay. Stop distracting yourself, Violet. Just talk. So I'll explain something up front. This video does not diminish the love that I have for my daughter and her partner, because I consider them my kids. It doesn't diminish the love I have for my husband's grown kids. I consider them my kids. Because when you marry someone with kids, you accept the full package. And anyway, when I lost my son, I didn't just lose my son. I lost my baby. God, it's so hard to say. Even to this day. Even to this day, it is so hard to say. My sister lost her nephew. My dad lost his namesake grandson. His wife lost her husband. His children lost their dad. His sister lost her best friend. They talked every day. They talked every day. They were close. That was her ride or die. I was really scared that I was going to lose her too after that. And not by some accident. And I think you know what I'm talking about. We're all still healing. All of us. But we talk about him. And we remember him. We say his name frequently. We tell stories. Because let me tell you, he was quite a character. He when he was born, I'm sorry, I'm just getting a tissue because I really don't want to spend my whole video crying. He was a character, and I swear it's very bittersweet to remember. I remember when I found out that I was pregnant, I was like, oh God. Because honestly, I was told very young that I probably wouldn't or couldn't have any because of female issues that I had. So when my daughter was born, of course, to me that was amazing. And nothing was going to take that from me. And, you know, everything worked out well in the end. And she's here, and she's a beautiful human. She's physically beautiful. She has a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul. She's an amazing young woman. She inspires me every day. She is me made over, but she definitely has extra gunpowder and lead because she got the boldness that I'm still working for, that I am still learning to use. And I just hope she knows how much she's inspired me in this life. But yeah, when I found out that I was pregnant again, I was scared. I mean, what are the odds, right? You get to keep two. But he came into this world, and he became a light to so many people. And honestly didn't know. Like, he did his good stuff in secret. He didn't broadcast it. He didn't do videos or anything like that. He didn't post it on social media. He just had a good heart, and he did his good deeds. And like I said, he made his mistakes. He wasn't perfect, but he was a perfect son to me. At his funeral, I was astounded. Hundreds of people came to pay their respects and their kindnesses. 8 states. People I'd never heard of, never met. It was... he did good. He was a good man. Not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But he was a good man. And I've been thinking on that today, this morning, how grateful I am that I got 27 years. You know? I got 27 years. And when he died, I mean, of course, it's out of order. I'm still kind of angry about that. Should have been me. Should have been me. But I'm here, and I have to carry him forward. And a mother's love can do that. I know that I am not the only one struggling with today. And it's really awkward and really hard to be so happy that I have the kids in my life that I have, but to still have that one that should be here, because it's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to his sister. It's not fair to his family that he left behind. It was very sudden. It was cardiomyopathy. And I'm pretty certain that it came because the seizures. He started having seizures in high school. Energy drinks. Yeah, that's what the neurologist said. It was the energy drinks that triggered him. Don't let those energy drinks steal your kids, man. Don't let them do it. You can get energy from green tea. It's cleaner, and it works better, honestly. But anyway, as a kid, he was great. He had a good imagination. He was a rough and tumble kid. But as an adult, he did good deeds. He sowed love into people's lives. And he made people happy. He was in band in high school. He was a percussionist. And he loved it. Drove me crazy, I'm not going to lie. He was beating and banging on every damn thing he could get his hands on. But yeah, he did good. And his band director came to the funeral, and he was just standing there staring at the collage that I had made of all the pictures that I could. That collage hangs in my hallway now because that was when it started sinking in that it was real, that he was really gone, that he wasn't coming back. And he told me a story about after he had graduated high school. And he said everyone should have a David like him in their life. And I just smiled and said, thank you. And he says, no, you don't understand. Because my son knew the band schedule. He knew the competition schedule. Like, he stayed in touch. And he said we would be loading the truck with all the equipment and instruments for a competition or something. And the parents, band parents, man, they're the greatest. Parents were all sitting in a circle getting the game plan ready, and one of the band parents said, man, I wish David was still here. What they didn't know is David was standing in the back, and he said, I'm here. How can I help? Now, my son was a very big man. He was very tall and very broad. And he wasn't like physically fit kind of thing. He was overweight. And his health had a lot to do with it. The seizures did a lot of things to his body. But he never quit. He never quit. But they all turned around, and there he was to the rescue, helping load all these heavy equipments and things. And Mr. Spear, that was his name, the teacher, the director, he said he did that all the time. Every chance he got to be there to help, he was there. And I found that beautiful. And then there were people, like I said, from other states, because one of my son's pastimes was buying and selling antique toys and things like that. These meets that he went to, he met people. He helped people. It made me, as a mom, feel proud that someone will drive from frickin' Arkansas to say he had a good son. He'll be missed. Like, I couldn't wrap my brain around that for the longest time. uh, memories keep playing in my head of when he was little. Dear God, the food. The food this kid would put together and eat. I'm just like, you did not come from my loins because that doesn't go together. But it did for him. He inherited my appreciation of food, and he wasn't afraid to mix and match. There's a dessert that he came up with that I make very rarely anymore because, well, obvious reasons. It brings back heartache, but I'll probably make it for his birthday this year. Um, I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe I'll just post it on my Facebook or something when I do it. That's August, though. Both of my babies came in August. I remember him riding his bike down the driveway, and his father, at the time, had a snowplow on the front of the truck. Hadn't taken it off. Like, winter had just passed. It was like one of the first most beautiful days we had after winter. And I told him, be careful that you make that turn so you don't run into the snowplow. Did he listen? No, absolutely not. He rode face first into a snowplow. Thank God it was raised. But that snowplow rang like a gong. And he gets up and he starts tearing up. And I'm like, I told you to turn. Are you okay? And he kind of was rubbing his head and he goes, yeah, I don't know about the snowplow though. Y'all, he was all of like 6 years old. I don't know about the snowplow though. And yeah, that's the kind of kid he was the whole time. I've got pictures of him and his sister taking naps together. They had their arguments and their fights, don't get me wrong, their disagreements growing up, but man, they loved each other fiercely. And now we carry him forward. So the sun's coming through the trees. I can't really see myself in the camera, so, but that's okay. I just, grief is so weird. It is so weird. But May is especially hard for me, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me get a drink to clear my throat. Coffee. Love that stuff. So, May is especially hard for me for several reasons. And also, a holiday in May, not just Mother's Day, is very hard for me, no matter when it comes. Because Mother's Day, of course, is hard. That's in May. But my son passed away on Memorial Day that year. That year it was Memorial Day. I found it fitting because he wanted to be military, but because of seizures and such, he couldn't. So he did the next best thing that he could. He worked hard to get in that. He lost weight. He got in shape. He passed the exam. And he was so proud, and I was so proud of him. And I was like, I've spent my whole life trying to keep you safe, and now you're going to run into burning buildings. And he was like, yeah, but if I can save even one person. And I'm just like, man. He never stopped fighting every day. So yeah, Memorial Day is especially hard. May is especially hard. We're not even going to talk about his birthday or Thanksgiving or Christmas or Halloween. Oh, he loved Halloween. Uh, my husband and I were living in Georgia, and at this time, David was living in his home state, and he came to visit me during Halloween, and he dressed up as a zombie, and he was holding the candy bowl in his lap. And this woman and her kid came up, and like the kid was pretty good size. It wasn't a toddler or something. David wouldn't do that to a little kid. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, go ahead and get your candy out of the bowl. And the kid was hesitant, and then David jumped and was like, ah, and he had on this horrid mask. Like, it was a zombie mask. It was scary. I didn't even like looking at it. And of course, the kid screamed, but the mom pushed her kid into David, who caught the kid, and ran. And I was like, oh, wow, you're that mom. But the kid loved it. The kid was like, that's great. I wish more people would do stuff like this, But David was cautious about who he was doing it with. Because the kid was walking up smiling like, is that a person or is that a dummy? Like, they couldn't tell, but he was smiling. So David figured the kid was ready for a scare, and he wasn't wrong. But that mom, she ran clean back out to the side of the road sidewalk. It was so funny. But now Wednesdays, for the longest time, was very difficult. Sometimes they still are. But that became a call day. Like, David would call me frequently. Like, we would FaceTime. And my phone, my video phone stuff didn't ring for the longest time after he passed. And I will never forget the first time it did after. Yeah. Like, for a split second, he was still here. Because nobody else really did that. So, yeah. There's little triggers, and I want any bereaved mom to know it's normal. You're not overreacting. I don't care if it's been 10 minutes or 10 years. It's normal. Because it's out of order. And it's difficult. And the triggers are random. And you're doing okay. Like, you're doing okay. You're still here, right? So our job as the mom is to carry them forward. Say their name. Tell the stories. Doesn't matter if you cry and laugh at the same time. Look at me. I am one hot mess on this fine Sunday morning. I listen to a lot of music. My genre is expansive. He used to send me new songs. Him and my daughter both do. Send me, new artists and stuff that they think I'll like. Yeah. Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. Man, that song. He sent me that. I mean, he knew his health was, the seizures were becoming a problem again. Like, he got them under control really well. And his health was returning when he was doing the firefighting. It was returning. And then I knew things were changing again. But I'm so glad I got him for 27 years. I am amazed that I got him for 27 years. And I will continue to carry him forward in any way I can. And I will continue to cherish my daughter that's still with me, her partner, my husband's kids. Like, I'm going to love them all. And my son will somehow be remembered by us all. I don't know what else to say here other than hang in there, Mama. If you're new to this game, it's a harsh reality, but just hang in there. It doesn't go away, but it evolves. It changes. Some days will be beautiful memories. Other days are going to really try your strength. But our Creator, like, I got questions, dude. I got questions. So, I'm going to get off here. I got up to a clean kitchen. My husband cleaned the kitchen for me while I slept in. And, yeah. That's nice, because we had family supper last night with my daughter and her partner there. And it was a mess. I baked chicken. So, you know, the baking rack, the screen thing you put it on, and the pan, you know that was bad. I think I'm just going to sit here a few more minutes on the side of my ridge. This is the back ridge of my house. See our rhubarb bed? Lots of new rhubarb coming in. That's another labor of love. It is a perennial, but you can't really harvest a lot. Can't harvest anything this year. Next year you can harvest very little, but year 3 you can start to harvest very well. And it'll spread. So that's why they have their own designated beds. But yeah, I'm going to continue to sit here on my mountain for a few more minutes. Try and ground out this energy. Because I want to enjoy today. I want to appreciate the fact that I had the privilege to be a mother. That I have the privilege to be a mother. And just understand. I know there are moms who never even got to hold their baby. I know there are moms who got to hold a baby that never took a breath. There are moms who lost their kids too soon. You know, in adolescence, in infancy. There are moms who, like me, randomly one day lost an adult child after all of those worries should have already been gone. It doesn't matter when it happened. It happened. And that is a marking point. The after. That's another video, I think. The after. The after. Because that's a bookmark in your life. Everything changes after. Everything. But we carry them forward. As their mom, we carry them forward. So, have a blessed Mother's Day. Try to be happy when you can. Laugh when you can. And carry them forward. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Much love and many blessings.